What's up, everybody? Toadbeats Guy here. We want to talk about TNA. We're going to talk about a couple things, but we know that Destination X just happened. And prior to Destination X, Dixie Carter addressed the TNA company saying that everything was fine in the company and there has been many misunderstandings. Dixie explained the reason for a lot of people departing in the company was to make the promotion a stronger company. We know that Tara left. We know Bruce Pritchard left creative. We know D'Lo Brown left. We know Doc left. And there was a few people that got let go a while back, and now we are also hearing rumors that people in the company have been getting paid late. One source confirming that Hulk Hogan is even getting paid late. Now, the thing with Hulk Hogan is that he is actually getting paid by Spike TV. This is how it works. Spike TV gives TNA a certain amount of money. They're like, you know what? You bring in this guy, we'll pay him, and you can have him on your programming. It just Spike does it so they can get their ratings to go up, kind of thing. Hopefully help the product get better. It's kind of a deal they worked out, and that's the way it works. So Spike TV paying Hogan late, that's what we're seeing. And Dixie Carter says that it's just been misunderstanding and everything's okay. As of now, we don't have anybody to take Bruce Pritchard's place as head of creative, but we know that Eric Bischoff will be in that role until they find somebody. Eric Bischoff actually said on Twitter that it's been a tough, productive week. Great teamwork and a great impact on Spike TV. I'm going to miss working with Bruce Pritchard. Bruce has been a key player at the big show and knows the business, but I respect the fact that he puts family first. Now, it's funny that Eric Bischoff says he puts family first because we hear that he rejected TNA's request for restructuring his contract. So they basically wanted to give him less money. He said no, and that's where we're at now. So that is what we're at now. Something else that I wanted to note is that Destination X rating was actually up. It did a 1.16 rating, which is good. It's the highest since January, so that's always nice to see. But I think this is a one-time thing. It's Destination X. It's a pay-per-view, and that's what we got. So we're also going to talk about a TNA live event in Missouri. Now, this is a big problem because TNA live event, again, it only had around 500 fans in attendance, which is fine for a live event, I guess. But the Missouri Athletic Commission would not let some people wrestle. So at that show, we couldn't see Chris Sabin, Garrett Bischoff, Jay Bradley, Wes Briscoe, Gail Kim, and Miss Tessmacher. They announced it before the show, and they said they would make up for it if they wanted their money back, or they could meet and greet with the wrestlers. So that's what it is. Like I said, around 500 people were there. There was a 90-minute show, and there was 5 matches, and 3 of those matches featured 5 of the same wrestlers. Let's read it down here. We saw Jeff Hardy versus Kurt Angle. Well, let's start at the top. Bully Ray versus James Storm. Then we had Devon versus Gunner, Samoa Joe versus Bobby Roode, Gunner and James Storm versus Ray and Devon, and then Jeff Hardy versus Kurt Angle. So there wasn't a lot to be offered on the show. And then basically after the show, where you could meet the wrestlers for free, Jeff Hardy actually charged $20 for a photo, and fans could not get his autograph. This led to some of the people that paid $65 for VIP tickets to be upset that fans were not getting what they paid for, and what they were getting, everybody was getting for free. So it's like, you pay for these VIP tickets so you can meet and greet the wrestlers, get the autographs. Then TNA comes out and says, you know what? Everybody can meet the wrestlers. So it's kind of a sham. And Dixie Carter says that there are not problems going on in TNA. It's very, very, very crazy that this live event thing took place. And it's just one of those things where it seems like TNA is that Titanic sinking ship. And even people over at WWE have been saying things. The WWE head writer, or former head writer, Tom Pritchard, if you know who he is, he's on WWE DVDs. I've seen him before. But he came off saying that apparently you must be rational that your brother scoring the lowest Nelson ratings in 6 years is just some myth. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And then it comes back with, TNA sucked long before the current people took over. They might want to start at the top and work their way down. Hashtag Dixie. So it looks like Tom Pritchard says that Dixie Carter is the reason for the problems in TNA. And I think so too. I think that she's just not in tune with the wrestling business. I know she thinks she knows, but she's just too nice of a person. She needs to get everything down, figure out what the main problems are, and get rid of it. It's fine that they're getting rid of people that aren't being used properly, but I feel like I don't know really what TNA can do to save itself. I'm just unsure about it. It's very, very I don't know. TNA is at a weird point. And there's been so many times when I've said, you know what, this is the last year that TNA is going to be around. But I feel like it now. I feel like now is the time where it's either make it or break it. But then there's also the other side, the flip side of the coin. You have Spike TV. And if Spike TV says that a 1.16 rating is good enough for them, they won't cancel the programming. That's how it's going to go. If Spike TV is still going to give them money for programming, if they're still going to produce the shows, if they're still going to say, you know what, we still want to run TNA Wrestling, they're going to keep it around. So I don't really know what's going on with TNA. I am very, very confused on what is going to happen in the future of TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. I think that Destination X was a decent pay-per-view or free review, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was good. I didn't actually see Chris Sabin winning the belt, but he did. And I just think there's a problem. Like, TNA does not have that John Cena type person. They need a John Cena world champion. As much as we hate John Cena in WWE, as much as we say, you know what, John Cena sucks, he's always champion, he sucks, John Cena sucks, that kind of thing, he always can draw. He sells merchandise, he's great on the mic, he's a good personality, he's a name. He is a big name. If you went around and said something, hey, there's this guy, Chris Sabin. He's a TNA World Champion. People be like, who the hell is Chris Sabin? As much as it sucks, as much as it really does suck, and it's like, you know what? You want to see fresh faces in there. They need a name that can draw, and I don't know what TNA can do. It's one of those things where when RVD came back to WWE, he said, you know what? One reason I came back to WWE was because people had asked me, hey, did you quit wrestling? When are you going to come back to wrestle? And this was while he was in TNA. It's like TNA is a wholly different ball game. I don't know what they can do. I don't know. I think when Eric Bischoff and Hogan came in, they tried to do the Monday night thing. I think they should have stuck with that. I think that would have been the step that they should have stayed with. I think they could have taken a good step that way. But they put their tail between their legs, went back to Thursday nights, and now we are here now. I think TNA is just this nice little company. Got a TV deal after their show took off. They really haven't ever grown into a global company like the WWE is. If TNA wants to do good, go over to the UK. People in the UK love that product. Every time they do Impact from the UK, it looks like an amazing show. Focus on the UK. I know you want to be an American program, but the UK fans love it. Go over there. Have some awesome Impacts over there. I think it's going to be awesome. Anyway, guys, I want to know your guys' thoughts on TNA, Impact Wrestling, all of that. Is TNA the Titanic, the sinking ship going down? Or is this just some sort of misunderstanding and Dixie Carter is actually right? The company's going to get stronger. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Total Pizza Guy, brag out.